This is going to be our Beginner's Luck series, episode number 3. Now, since episode 2, I haven't done too much. I did a couple challenges to awaken Ardella. I'll go ahead and show you those challenges right now. Here they are. So, these two things right here, very easy to do. And then Ardella has been awoken. And I also awoken our Seek. Now, Seek, when he gets woken, gets this skill. So now it increases the attack power and crit rate of all allies for 3 turns, as well as greatly increases his own stats. I've also since then summoned a Fire Horus. He is really not good. I mean, this skill isn't terrible as a defensive skill. This one's pretty bad. He doesn't do that great damage nor utility. We also have enough stuff to 5-star somebody when they hit that level. So that's going to be nice. And hopefully we're going to awaken Lapis soon-ish. I have a couple summons, and I'll go ahead and do them right now. We get nothing out of the first one. I'll let it spin. Okay, Fire Taoist. Let's see what we get out of the second one. Nothing as well. That's okay. Fire Penguin. Nice. Not really. I have done a couple of summons since we were last on. If anyone was wondering why I locked the Water Howl, he's not good right now, but eventually removes 2 harmful effects of all allies and recovers the HP of all allies by 20%. Also grants immunity on the allies who had no harmful effects for 2 turns. Personally, I think Lulu is pretty good. The Water Howl and the Light Howl are both considered to be pretty good. So I have a couple things locked. We're actually running out of monster space, funny enough. So I'm going to go through and lock a couple more things. For instance, Wind Living Armor, Copper. Must have, must build type of unit. He's extremely good. And I believe we can go ahead and 4-star Bernard. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to use some mobs that aren't that great. Like this one. I kind of like him, so I'll keep him. He's not that great, and neither is she. Evolve, yes. Okay. So let's see, what are we going to do? Well, we have a couple things we can do. So there's a secret dungeon right now. Fire Drunk's a very fun unit. Not going to call him very good, but he's very fun. So we might do that. We've got time to do it. We need to go ahead and clear the water dungeon, this area. So I'll go ahead and drop in a team. Okay. And hopefully we can clear B3. We're not going to get anything too crazy for clearing B3, but it will allow us to clear much higher areas. So I know one thing we have to do is inflict continuous damage on the boss. That's a little bit difficult. So, we'll see. We also have another set of challenges we're going to go through and do very soon. But first things first is I'm going to clear Hollow Water B3. That way I can then clear Dark and Light B3 if I want to / need to. So it basically opens up a lot more things. And because you have to clear the water dungeon for both light and dark, it's a must-do. And on this account, we want to awaken Lapis pretty soon. And to awaken her, I'm going to need to clear B7 of the Hall of Water dungeon. Now, the Hall of Water dungeon basically has a lot of HP, so continuous damage is a very good thing, because it does damage based off of the opponent's max HP. If anyone's wondering what the music is, if you can hear it, you might not be able to. But I'm currently listening to Monstercat on Twitch. Great thing. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. They're pretty great when it comes to listening to music. They have lots of gaming music and other stuff like that. Personally, one of my top picks. And I don't think I'm going to get demonetized for playing their music. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a shout out right now. And they just stream on Twitch. So, I believe it's twitch.tv/monstercat. I'll go ahead and put their link in the description below. Okay. And it looks like we will beat this one with ease as well. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. No, not purchasing something. I spend way too much money on this game as it is already. Okay, so as you can see, now that we've cleared B3, it gives us access to these two things. And they tend to give a lot of mid essences for those dungeons as well as high essences for those dungeons, and eventually it all comes down to awakening a default 4-star plus monster. Now, fast leveling strategy is also something we're going to work on soon, because this is a very good reward. The 5-star full set is one thing we need in plus 12, all 6 runes to plus 12, and then the 4-star max level. The 4-star max level is going to be kind of difficult. The 5-star evolution right here is another thing we're going to be working on very, very soon. We need to increase defense, decrease attack, and beat and conquer Giants B5. Once we do that, things get a little bit more hairy as we move up, but those are kind of what we're working on, as well as these Summoner's Way challenges. Now, we've done 3 of them out of 30, and then there's level 2, and then there's level 3. Now, this scroll right here is a Transcendence Scroll that gives you a default 5-star monster. That is one of the hardest things to get in the game, and these things are very, very premium, and you can get them for free. It takes a little bit of work, as you can see, because there's 30 challenges here, 30 here, which makes a total of 60, and that makes a total of 80. And then there's 15 here. I don't even think I've beaten on my main the level 4, so just putting that one out there. It requires you to beat TOA 100th floor hard, as well as a bunch of other stuff that's pretty difficult and takes some time. I'd call this, once you beat level 4, this is the gateway to end game. If you can beat level 3, which is pretty easy, then, you know, you're still mid-game. This is the tail end of that. So anyways, we're first going to try to beat this area, get a legendary scroll, but first things first, let's advance some more in the story. Okay, I don't think this is the good team we want to be using. He's level 13. We might start using him a little bit. He does good damage, but I think we're still going to use Colleen. Even though there's all water units, she's built on full HP set, which is going to make it a lot easier for her to live longer. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get this going. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's keep going with this. So far, so good. For anyone just now joining the stream, welcome to episode 3. I think I'm going to start uploading today once I look a little bit at my YouTube account, make sure everything's good to go. Then I'm just going to get to uploading. And I'm going to be trying to upload 1 video a day. At least for these episodes, because I have all 3 videos and I don't have them uploaded yet. So I'm going to be trying to upload them about 1 video a day. We have also done a couple more summons out of the default 4-star monster summon event. I will go ahead and pull that up. So we did this. I don't believe... Oh, we do have 1 more available summon. We'll go ahead and do another wind summon. Wind Sniper. I like him, but I still think the Wind Samurai is better. Let's go with the light summon. Hopefully we get something a little better. Light Garuda! Oh, there's not many days left in this event. 2 days in total, basically. We have 301 available points. We need 400 to get another Mystical Scroll. Now, we could be pushing for the Devilmon. I don't really even believe that we're going to get a total of 3,000 points at all in the event. Plus, these ancient coins are really, really valuable for us because we don't have Fran yet. And since we really need them, we had to get them. Now, one of the best things about Fran is even though she's the fairy queen, and not technically a fairy, you can still power up her skills with fairies, making her extremely easy to power up as well. Some fairies are even 2 stars, making them even easier to obtain. Okay. We'll keep on getting bad runes that we're going to sell. Continue on moving through. Okay. Well, okay. So, let's see how we're doing. Pretty good. Pretty good so far. We'll just keep on going. And I have no doubts that we're going to be able to beat this area pretty easily, pretty quickly. Our Magical Archer is going to make it really nice and easy, along with our Magical Knight. And as much as I could put all wind and water units on the team, I'd rather keep Colleen on the team because she's a healer and she's a tank. They're guaranteed to attack her. I could put, for instance, Shannon, the wind pixie, on the team that we have, but if I did that, all the units that are water would be attacking our Magic Knight, one of our damage dealers, and we don't want that to happen. And all the wind units would also be attacking our water Magical Knight, as they are right now. So at least Colleen relieves some of that pressure from our Magic Knight. And our Magic Knight's not a bad, like, tank-ish, but she's not a tank at all. So, you know, we don't want her taking that much damage. She can heal herself, but she's not bulky. She can be one-shot. She's on Vampire Revenge, which makes her tankier. But this entire area right here is going to really, really hurt. Especially this. Yep. And death. So we might have to bring a fire unit like our Soth to this battle. We might not. We're going to find out soon. That decreased attack power is very nice, as well as now we have increased attack power. Hopefully we can light arrow that. Nice. I think she's dead though. So we're going to see how Colleen does on her own. The decreased attack power does really help her stay alive longer. She's got lots of HP, and she's probably going to have her healed back soon. So it's kind of possible, but this is going to take a while. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. So for the sake of us all, I'm just going to end battle here. And I'm going to swap out Bernard with another fire attacker. So I'm going to click prepare, and I'll swap out him with Soth. Or now might be a perfect time to test out Seek. So let's put in both, Soth and Seek. We'll take Colleen out altogether. And this will give us a real chance to really compare their damage. Now that's going to really help everybody do more damage altogether. Yeah, look at that. 4,000 damage from our Soth. That's pretty good. Double attack did just about as much. Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. Double attack. Very nice indeed. Now look, there's even more water units on this area. So for instance, it all changes every time. The battle's never 100% consistent. Even the enemies change all the time. So some battles like this, as you saw, we changed our units to prepare for all wind units on the enemy team, and there were not as many. So it varies so much, it's kind of hard to keep a consistent feel unless you're in Kairos. In the Kairos dungeons, it's always consistent every time, there's no change. However, in Scenario, it changes, it varies. It just depends on luck of the draw, I guess. However, theoretically, your team should be able to handle it no matter what. Yeah, look at that. That's some good damage. That's rivaling our Ardella. Granted, he is super effective right there, but that's still 6,000 damage plus. So that's gonna hurt. That's gonna really hurt. Yeah, all the Grim Reapers, in my opinion, are pretty good. The Fire one's probably the best. When I first started the game, I built the Wind one. I regretted it soon after. The death penalty skill is very interesting as a skill. I think Ardella lost this because she can't heal herself. Ardella does such great damage, but yeah, we're going to replace somebody in here with Colleen. So we'll just say him. We're going to put in Colleen. Now, very soon, our Magical Knight can actually get 5-starred, which is going to be amazing for us. You can 5-star somebody when they reach level 30. And that'll serve both as completing a quest and as making our Magical Knight better. However, we're probably going to do it once we beat this area, this scenario area, and that's only because we really are going to need her here, but in the next area, we're not going to need her as much. The next area is lots of wind units. By the time we need her, there's lots of wind and fire units, so we might bring her in, but it all depends. But at the beginning, there's a lot of wind units, and she's going to die really quickly, especially since she'll start back down at level 1. Okay, but so far so good. As you can see, there's more wind units. They're almost all Grim Reapers. And the Grim Reapers are the better ones of the units. So, you know, it's not necessarily a great trade-off, because that's going to kill her. Oh wow, it didn't. But that did. Frozen Soul freezes. That's okay, we can deal with that. Because we still have our Fire Hellhound, who's going to do great damage to them. There's the attack break. Fire Hellhound didn't get attacked. Perfect. He's going to kill them. And now we win this area. Okay. Not bad. So far so good. Making good progression through here. Okay. We're going to keep going, and hopefully pretty soon we're going to be able to win. Nice counter. Love it when my phone gets messages while I'm on a streaming my phone. Just grand. Okay. So let's see. Now usually the boss is in the middle. You can kind of see the boss is bigger than the others. And as you can see here, the boss in this case is actually awoken. You can kind of see because his weapon is glowy and his look is different from a traditional Grim Reaper. So because of that, you can kind of identify who the boss is. The boss is going to do more damage than the other units, and if he's awoken, he might have different skills. So that's another thing to be on the lookout for. There goes Ardella. I believe, yep. Very, very close right now. There we go. Easy victory. Believe, yep, next stage is the last stage. Okay. Let's see how we do with the boss. Now the boss is a water unit, so I don't expect Seek to do that well right here. Frozen Soul doesn't help much. But, hopefully, nice death. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. Oof. They all lived, though. Ooh, Seek's dead again and frozen on her. So we gotta hope for a good couple of kills here now, and that Water Magic Knight doesn't die. I think Ardella's really gonna be able to take down the boss quite easily. I'll let the animation play. However, this is the Death Knight. And the Water Death Knight has a skill right here that removes all harmful effects on all allies. He gains immunity and Endure. And Endure basically makes it so you cannot die while you have the Endure buff on. Luckily, we got rid of it very quickly. However, he still has immunity. So it's going to be quite difficult. And both of the Grim Reapers next to him are also really strong, which doesn't help either. So let's see what we're going to do here now. So Seek died pretty quickly. He's a little bit more squishy, as in he can't take a lot of hits. So we're going to try to put in Soth and see how it goes now. I doubt it's going to be terribly much different, but if we can at least get Soth to the final battle, things might change. And already we're not off to a good start with the fact that there's literally starting with 4 water units. Oof. But it might be different this time. Again, 4 water units. The game is intent to stop us from bringing our fire units, I should say. And at this point, might stop Colleen from existing. Might not. We're about to find out. Damage over time effects are not helping us, though. Nice. That's going to kill the middle one. Almost killed the side one, too. Nice. Okay. So things are looking a little bit better this time. I'm going to actually pause it and take over. Okay, well, he can now die. He didn't, but he can. There we are. We'll go ahead and attack the boss. Okay, so now he can die. Our effects won't do anything, but this will heal us. Now, she did just use her heal. We didn't get a reduced attack power. Nor a defense break. Let's just kill the winged guy. He resisted. Okay. So we have a chance. A small chance, but a chance nonetheless. We're going to take his attack bar, because we don't want him to get a turn. Magic Shot's going to deal a lot of damage, and that kills him. Nice. Okay. So this is going to give us really good runes. And I personally like taking the blade runes because you can equip all 6 onto one unit. The energy runes are only good if you got lucky before you got here and you got a 5-star unit, or maybe a light dark nat 4. And if that light dark nat 4 or that nat 5 is a good unit and does damage based off of HP, then the energy set would be useful because it's both bulky and a damage dealer. Those things are sometimes the best for early game. Okay. We'll collect rewards. Not much here, it's just a Decameron, but here is where it matters. And we're taking the blade runes. And you'll be able to see these blade runes. They're pretty good. And I believe I said we're going to equip all of them onto her. So now we're moving her runes onto one of our attackers. Now he has runes that are pretty good. So does he. And I think we're actually going to move her runes onto him. So we're going to go ahead and remove this rune. For a limited amount of time in the game, you have free rune removals, what it's called. That's why we're able to make these changes so quickly. So go ahead, we'll apply that. Okay. And now she's going to get the really good blade runes. We'll go ahead and start engraving. And now the good thing is that we have a couple heroes that are really close to getting to max level 4-star, and that's another one of our quests. We have to get 4 people to max level 4-star. So first things first, I'm going to collect this reward, and then I'm going to collect this reward. Now, this gives us 2 5-star Rainbowmon. We already have one right here, okay? And we'll get another one when we 5-star somebody from here. And I believe we're going to get even more right here. Yes. So when you beat giants with 5-star monsters, you get more 5-star fodder to 6-star somebody. So you can 6-star someone basically for free in the game. So now we need to plus 12 all the runes on our magical archer. That's going to take a lot of mana, but it will definitely be worth it. She'll do a lot of damage. This is definitely an amazing rune upgrade for her. Now what we're looking for in her runes is crit damage, because she already has increased crit rate. We want a lot of crit damage because she's almost always going to crit. And she'd get more crit rate. Wow. We're going to focus on the 2, 4, 6 runes and plus 12 those ones first, and then move on to the 1, 3, 5 runes. And we can't use artifacts until we 6-star the unit, so artifacts don't matter much right now, basically. So we'll see how we can... Okay, one's already plus 12. Not terrible, but not grand. This one doesn't even have crit damage to power up, so we're looking for a crit rate, I guess. We don't really need that much HP, we don't really need that much accuracy on her. Accuracy, however, is not bad. So that's a nice crit rate. HP. Looks like it's going to be pretty spread out again. Okay. Come on. More accuracy. So, those are not bad substats. Not great, but not bad. I don't know if we're going to have enough mana to power all the runes up to plus 12, but hopefully we do. They have recently, I believe, reduced the cost of powering up runes, which is a godsend. It used to cost a lot more mana than it does now. For instance, nobody would even imagine that you could get close to plus 12ing a singular rune with the amount of mana we have. So, the fact that the cost is reduced makes a big difference. And that's not bad on that substat roll either. Go ahead and power up this rune. Looking for more attack on this rune. We definitely want attack. Now I believe Ardella gets about 25% crit rate from her passive, meaning that we only need 75% crit rate on her. Now there's 3 sets of blade runes. Every set of blade gives 12% crit rate. Therefore we have 36% additional crit rate just from having the runes alone before any power-ups. So, we're looking pretty good, so far at least. Hey, attack percent, that's what we were hoping for. hopefully this will power up to plus 12 pretty quickly. So we want to at least try to get all the other runes up as well. Okay. Come on. Come on, game. Power up. Sometimes the runes just don't want to power up. And they just like to mana drain you. Sad but true. Come on. Power up. Apparently this is one of those runes that just wants to sap mana. Hey, speed. Since one of her skills does do damage off of speed, pretty good to get more speed on her. And you can kind of see she already has 93% crit rate before you have her 25% increase from her passive. So she is basically guaranteed to crit. We'll go ahead and keep trying to power up. Attack and speed. We really don't need more crit rate from power-ups, but by all means we could get some. But attack is good, speed is good. We want both of those things. You'll see when I take her into battle again, she's going to do some insane levels of damage. Her crit damage also increases the lower her HP gets, so making her do even more damage when she's on low HP. And with this set, she's almost guaranteed to crit, so it's really maximizing that passive she has to increase the crit damage. So hopefully we get more attack percent, maybe more speed would be nice. All we really want is for the rune to just power up to plus 12 as fast as possible, because we don't want to waste more mana than we have to. More crit rate. I can almost guarantee that puts her at 100% crit rate right there. Okay. So let's see. Can we get 2 plus 12 please, rune? Apparently not. And I can't tell how quiet the music is for you guys on the stream/video. I will be playing it back though, so if it's too quiet, I do apologize if you can't hear it. I was trying to add some amount of noise to the background just to give a little something to it. Now we're looking for lots of crit damage on this rune. Hopefully, at least. So far, so good. Really nice. Now hopefully we can at least get to plus 9, although I highly doubt it with the way power-ups have been going today, apparently. But more crit damage, more crit damage, more crit damage. That is definitely not crit damage. Damn. 2 more power-ups. Come on, rune. Come on, just 2 more times. 1 more time. You have 2 chances. 1 more time. Come on, last chance. Hey, and it rolled crit rate. That's it. And you win some, you lose some, but you can already see 100% crit rate. 118 crit damage is not bad, but it's not what we want. Her runes are just not rolling that much crit damage. Luckily, with this rune, we have a lot of chance to roll it. So we shall see. That's definitely helpful, but we need this. But we also need to get some 4-star max level monsters. So let's go ahead and start working on that. We can go into Path Hard. And these are all my monsters that are close to getting max level. However, actually I think this team can win. So we'll just keep going with this team until at least the Magic Knight hits max level. And then we'll substitute out some people and try to get more units to max level faster. Well, there goes Ardella. That was fast. Okay. Yeah, her being on Vampire definitely is going to help a lot. And the fact that we have both a healer and another damage dealer. Well, we might not have another damage dealer for long. But he exists, and his existence will be helpful. Maybe. The good thing is, the Colleen's going to take all the damage from here on out. And she's not really tanky. But as you saw, she just took a lot of hits. Fiery Dance will give me an attack buff. I believe our Magic Knight has, Retrieve Magic back with an attack buff. That's going to do great damage. And then Magic Shot kills. Perfect. Gets a good couple of levels on people. Unknown Scrolls. Now we can just keep clicking replay. So keep clicking replay is what I'm going to call the motto of this game, as that's what you do a majority of the time, is just keep clicking replay. Now what I'm probably going to do is try to save up the summons we get on this account and progress a little bit more if I do, and then just wait and record a summons video. We'll see what happens very soon. I'll probably try to make this episode a little shorter than the others, because the others are pretty long. But I just kind of want to talk to you guys about what I'm doing on the account, how it's going so far, what you can expect to be seeing, a couple things to look out for. So today is all dungeon day, and we could push hard to awaken some other units, and we might. I say we. I might. But it depends on what I have going on and such. All dungeon day is Fridays and Saturdays, as Sunday is, the order is Sunday's light dungeon, Monday is dark dungeon, Tuesday is fire dungeon, Wednesday is water dungeon, and Thursday is wind dungeon. So with there only being 5 dungeons that rotate like that, the other 2 days, Friday and Saturday, all of them are open. It didn't used to be that way, but since they changed it, it makes it a whole lot easier to get rewards, and if you miss a day, it's not as stressful. You just need to make sure you at least check in Friday or Saturday. That way, in case you did miss a day or a couple of days, you can get all caught up there. When you're first starting out, it can be kind of crucial sometimes, because you'll have a lot of units that you're using, and a lot of them you're going to want to awaken, so you're going to want to be doing a lot of things every day. But eventually, as you progress more, you've gotten all the units that are easy to get that you want to use. And eventually you just like, oh hey, I just got a Nat 4 that I like. So you'll get like one unit every now and again that you actually really like and that you're going to use. But other than those units, you're really not going to worry too much about awakening. And even when you do, it's only once in a while. It's not as often as it will be when you're just starting out. So grinding those essence dungeons to get things awakened is pretty important early game, but then once you get into late game, you're not really going to see yourself doing it as often. Now hopefully we're going to be able to, by doing this, we get mana, so we'll be able to power up the runes more, and we also get the levels on people, which is always going to be a good thing. Our Magic Knight's almost definitely going to get 5-starred very quickly, as that's pretty crucial, is having her 5-starred, because eventually she's going to have to do this entire stage on her own. And even further, she's going to have to do the even harder version of this stage on her own as well. So hopefully she can do that, but you're going to need her to be 5-starred too. Retrieve Magic is going to help a lot, and Magic Shot kills. Nice. Now I don't know if this gets her to max level or not. It does. That's really nice. Perfect. And we even got more 4-star Rainbow Mons. That's really nice. New challenge has been added. No, it hasn't. My game is just crazy. Okay, we have just enough to evolve her. So we're going to go ahead and click evolve. Okay. And that gives a first 5-star evolution reward, which also includes a 5-star Rainbow Mon. So as you can see, we are getting very close to even 6-starring somebody. It's pretty crazy, actually. And I'm at max storage space. That's not good. Let's take Ardella and let's power her up with some units that I'm not really using much. Actually, we can just take him and power him up with a couple units like this. Okay. Resurge and Peace. Both really good skills to get powered up, so that's pretty nice. We can take him and we'll use these two and evolve it. So that's going to be nice. Other than that, now we're going to take our Ardella and power it up with these two. Ran out of mana stones. That's okay. We got room. We made room. Eventually we're going to buy, we'll go to building. We need to buy the magic shop. We need to buy the crystal mine. And once we get a high enough level, we're going to buy the monster. Actually, once we get enough mana stones, we're going to buy the monster storage system and the enhancing monster storage. The enhancing monster storage is very nice. Go ahead, collect that. Monster training, 5-star evolution. Another 5-star Imamon. Once we get this completed, we will be able to, I think, no, it's this one. Once we get this completed, we'll be able to 6-star somebody. Because we have 1, 2, 3. And we need 5-star fodder to 6-star somebody. So we're going to go back to this, and we're going to take out her. She's already 5-starred. We're going to start putting in a little bit of our farming monsters, our friends monsters that are going to help out clearing this. They're also going to clear it faster and get more XP from it because we are technically using a 3-person team. That's how it's going to calculate the XP at least. Ooh, game's starting to lag a little bit. Okay, there we are. We're back. Okay. Absolute Zero kills the last 2. Continuing through. So this is mainly what you're going to use Friends Monsters for, is farming up other units, getting more levels, and such like that. And now we'll continue on through. As you see, they're getting more XP than they were before, because we're using a Friends Monster. Now, this also means we're not going to have it for the next area, but hopefully we're going to be able to beat the next area pretty quickly and easily. We don't have another available summon. We have 351 points, so we could get more mana stones, for instance. But we're probably going to save up for this scroll here, because it's a summoning scroll. But the mana stones are very enticing, because that will allow us to complete that quest. The only thing is that the quest right now isn't that important to us. I mean, it's kind of important, but it's nothing that we're really pushing towards. We'll put it that way. Okay, prepare again. Soon our Ardella's going to hit max level. I don't think we have the materials just yet to get her to 5-star either, but once we do, we're instantly going to do it. I believe we actually will once we get everybody up to 4-star max level. That's on this team, I should say. We'll have what we need to do it. Nice damages. And once Ardella hits max level, we can take her off the team, and it'll give us even more XP, and the cycle will continue anew. Now our units are also going to be earning XP from doing the other scenario areas. In fact, let's go ahead and look at what we're going to receive from this area. 100 summoning stones. That's really, really good. I believe Mount Runar is going to give us a really good rune set, and Shuruk Remains is going to give us a legendary scroll. But let's see what we can get out of the 100 summoning stones. That's going to give us 2 summons, and these are the units we can get. Now, it's still just as rare to get a Nat 5, like the Hell Lady, or the Fairy King, or even the Pioneer. It's still just as rare of a chance, but this will make it so that if you get a Nat 5, it's guaranteed one of those 3. In terms of Nat 4s we can get, Water Sylph would be amazing early game. Extremely amazing. Everything else is kind of meh. The Wind Hard can be pretty good. Everything else is going to be kind of meh. So we're going to go ahead, go into Faerun Castle. We're going to see how far we can get on our own some. And Ardella has a leader skill now, so we'll put her in. Okay. Okay. So far, as you can see, these guys are doing a lot of damage to Ardella. Her being the only wind unit in the dungeon makes it extremely difficult for her to stay alive. This area starts off hard and it kind of gets easier, but for some reason, these guys just do a lot of damage all the time. I remember on my main, once I got here, I even struggled myself. Fiery Dance is definitely going to help. Double attack hopefully kills somebody. No, it's not. Damn. And you can see just how much damage they did there. So no, I do not think we're going to be able to complete this. Which means in the meantime, I'm going to be leveling up units and trying to get the rune quality up. I'll come back and do a little bit more scenario in a future video. And in that future video, I'll get the summons. I'll save up any summons we do so I can do them all in that one video as well. We'll see. I think I'm also going to try and push to see if I can get Soth Awoken, because he is really good. And getting him awoken will basically make our main core couple of units are all awoken, because that includes our Bernard, that includes our Shannon. So it'll make sure that all of these units are already awoken, and he's really one of the only 3 stars we have that weren't going to awaken, besides maybe Thrain, but that's still a kind of big maybe. So for the time being, I'll push to do this. I'm going to get all of her runes to plus 12, and we'll see if we can get more summons. We can see if we can get those units to max level. That's going to be a big help. And any summons I get, I'm going to save them up until next episode, episode 4. Until then, I'll see you guys later. As always,